of the education advisors at SONED Joint Base Lewis McCord. I'm here with Nicole Cabral. She is the college coordinator here at JALM, and we are both the primary individuals for credentialing assistance. So usually weekly before COVID, we were giving briefs, and now we're currently just doing one-on-one with service members, as well as providing them information by email. So we're going to go over all of the information that we would usually go over in a brief, a little bit more condensed, because a lot of the steps are going to be specific to service members. And then if you have any questions throughout, just go ahead and stop us. I just want to double check you can hear us.
The sound quality isn't great, but I think it's okay.
Okay, so if you could go to the next slide, actually 2 slides in. One more, please. And one more. So credentialing assistance has been around since, for JBLM specifically, October 1, 2019. We received this information and we started providing the information to service members in order for them to pursue credentialing assistance. So the primary goal of credentialing is to allow service members the opportunity to pursue industry recognized credentials that assist them in professional and personal growth. And what that really means is, as they're in the military and they're trying to do some professional development, this really gives them a great opportunity to go through the Army Cool website, which houses all of the credentials. So there's 1,600 credentials in Army Cool, and it gives them the ability to pursue anything in that website. So we like to kind of say that the Army Cool website is like the gatekeeper of what they can pursue with CA. Once they find that information, whether they want to use it for their professional growth in the military or as they're transitioning out of the military, there is a really great opportunity to get credentials that are recognized by a lot of civilian industries. So the credentialing is going to pay for anything that is a requirement for a service member to pursue it. So if a credential has any application fees, books, tools, prerequisites, anything that they need in order to be able to pursue that credential, they would be able to do it within that $4,000 per fiscal year. Okay. Any questions? All right, Kathy, if you can keep going to the next slide. So these are actually not updated. Access Army University and IMCOM have done away with the 3 options. Right now, service members are able to pursue anything. So there's not an MOS option, there's not an academic option, and there's not a civilian occupation option. It's just going to be anything in Army Cool, whether it's MOS related or not. They do have the option to pursue. It can be done at the same time, it can be done one after another. But ultimately, anything that a service member wants to pursue in the Army Cool website, they don't have to use any of the options. So these are no longer part of the process of credentialing assistance. Okay, next slide. All right, so the eligibility of credentialing is going to be based off of setting your account up for tuition assistance access, and that's specifically the Go Army Ed portal that service members have access to. So the first thing that they would need to do is make sure that they have an active Go Army Ed account. Once they have that, they're going to meet basic tuition assistance eligibility. And then again, as I've mentioned several times, the credentialing eligibility for any credential that is pursued with CA is going to need to be in the Army Cool website. So if it is not in there, then it's not eligible for CA. The MOS, academic, and civilian career field options, again, are no longer relevant. So that part is going to be removed from the eligibility. And then soldiers are able to choose any training provider. So we like to call them vendors now. And so service members, when they're pursuing anything with CA, have to find or are responsible for finding a vendor, which means that they can pursue it with an outside vendor that's online. They can do it in person. For JBLM specifically, we have a lot of flight training. And so we have vendors in the surrounding area that they would be able to pursue any credential having to do with, flying. We have a lot of CompTIAs, which is one of the top credentials that are pursued. But then again, for CompTIA, we have probably 15 other ones that they can use as well. So ultimately, the point of finding the vendor is that a service member is able to choose whatever they want to, or whoever they want to pursue the training and the test. And then the last part is soldiers must complete credentialing classes and exams before their ETS date. So same idea with tuition assistance, that this is for active duty service members, which means that anything that is pursued with credentialing needs to be done before service members' ETS date. Any questions?
And so, Carrie, the training providers, the Army has a long list of pre-approved training providers already on that list. That's correct, right?
That is correct. Yep. So part of the process of us counseling a service member is to provide them with the approved vendor list. That is something that is updated monthly. And we provide that because it's just a lot easier experience if you are going and providing information with a vendor that's already been approved, because it really fits within the 30 business day timeline rather than choosing a vendor that has not yet been approved. Now, in saying that, they're able to choose anyone. So if the vendor is not approved yet, they would still have the option to put in a help desk request for that specific vendor. It just might be on a longer timeline for them to be vetted.
And has, I guess, the education office outlined a process for training providers in order to get on that approved provider list?
So the process is going to be with Access Army University. They do have an email and information that they send out. Currently, the vendor has changed from, I think, an email process to going into the new Army Ignited website, and they're putting in their information there. So that is something that has changed a little bit in the last month. But anyone who is interested in becoming a vendor for the Army, specifically credentialing assistance, is going to go to the Army Ignited website, and they're going to become a vendor through that portal.
Great. Thanks, Carrie.
Sure. Okay, next slide. Okay, so this is the website that houses all of the credentials. If you go to Army Cool, you can search it in Google, any search engine, you're going to have the Army Cool website pop up, and there's a bunch of different ways that service members are able to review the credentials that are here. So you can go by the enlisted MOS, warrant MOS officer, and the ASI at the top, as you can see. And then at the bottom, and it looks a little bit different because it's been updated, but you'll be able to do a full credential search, which allows a service member to choose anything outside of their MOS. So let's say you have somebody who is in IT, or they're doing something that is not pertaining to their MOS, then the full credential search is going to provide them with the opportunity to see other things. So if you're in IT, but you want to do project management, or you want to go in and you want to become a pilot, then you're going to be looking at the full credential search, which allows you to search the entire 1,600 credentials in Army Cool. Any questions? Have either of you done anything in Army Cool yet?
So the last time I was on it, the list of different credentials you can work towards long and extensive, and I think most people are going to find what they're looking for. I know there are lots of credentials still out there, and this is a growing process program for the Army. What do they do in order to look at new credentials, and is there an evaluation process to add to that list, or who does that?
So the Army Cool website has been around a lot longer than credentialing, and everything that is in Army Cool is going to be tied or aligned to a service member's MOS. So when you're reviewing all of this information, you're also going to see a lot of credentials that are going to be related to the MOS, or then you've got the civilian equivalency. So there is a difference between credential, certificate, and so these are going to be specific endorsements that a service member is going to be able to pursue that has a civilian equivalency or is an actual credential. So an example would be a certificate of proficiency would be more so in alignment with a college or university. And so this is going to be more so something that is utilized that is based off of or in alignment with an MOS, an ASI, and it also does have a lot of prerequisites. So if you have a credential that you want to pursue and you don't yet have the prerequisites, or if you have one that has prerequisites, then you would be able to pursue it. And that's going to be all of the information that is based off of the actual credential in Army Cool. So I believe that there's a lot of individuals that are participating in the creation of this. I know that Access Army University is going to be one of the main ones, along with the proponents of the military. And so you've just got a lot of individuals that are trying to compile it, but ultimately they're going to be specific credentials that you can also use civilian-wise, and they're going to be based off of a service member's MOS.
Great, thank you.
Next slide. Okay, so let's say you have one of the CompTIAs that you want to pursue, and you go ahead and you search your MOS, which is going to be, I think, 92. I don't remember what the IT series is. 25 Bravo. I think that's what it is. Okay, so you are 25 Bravo. You want to go into Army Cool. You're searching your MOS, and you're going to see that there's a bunch of different credentials that are related to your MOS. This is going to be just a breakdown of information and all of the options that you have available to you as a service member. So a couple things on here. You've got eligibility, attainability, promotion points, skill levels. This is all really good information. I would encourage you to go in and kind of peruse the Army Cool website just to see what it offers. And then if you go to the next slide, we're going to go ahead and kind of break down the information for one of the credentials. I think that we chose CompTIA Network Plus. So as you can see on here, there's the credentialing agency at the top, or the certifying agency. That's going to have all of the eligibility requirements. Sometimes the credentialing agency will also be the vendor, but it's not necessarily something that is going to always provide the training and testing. They may be working with a lot of different vendors that a service member would be able to use. You can also see that there's minimum requirements, eligibility. So this is a really great location for a breakdown of info for service members to look at. And then you also have related occupations, examination information, recertification. So with credentialing, you don't always have to do the training. It can be training and exam, it could be an examination, or it could be a re-examination. So ultimately, it's going to be up to, case by case, what service members are interested in pursuing. Any questions? Okay, next slide. So this is going to be, and I'm gonna pretty quickly go through this. Major Shape, I don't know if you have been in GormEd recently. I know that you put in a credential request, but this is going to be where a service member goes in and requests credentialing assistance. So tuition assistance is done by requesting TA. This one is going to be done by requesting a help desk case or submitting a help desk case in My Education Record. So this is giving the step-by-step guide for service members. It's a little bit confusing, which is why we want to provide the steps. And so if you go to the next slide, you'll click on, so you're clicking on My Education Record, go to the next slide. So this is going to be the view in My Education Record. This is the help desk cases, and you're going to be creating a new help desk case. Go ahead to the next slide. And these are the steps to get to the opportunity to create the help desk case. So once you've gone through all these steps, go ahead and go to the next slide. You're going to see in the help desk case that there's two different types of documents, okay? So the SOU is the statement of understanding. It provides the information to service members on limitations, requirements, eligibility, as well as their responsibilities in using credentialing assistance. The other one is going to be a credential plan document. It's 3 parts, and it's going to be where you're submitting the information on what you're pursuing. So whether you are in preparation of a certificate or a credential or obtaining it by requesting a test, these 2 documents are then going to be loaded into GWARMED, and they're going to be submitted to Access from University, okay? Go ahead and go to the next slide. So this is a little bit outdated. This is the credential plan, but you'll see at the very bottom the 3 parts. So the first part is going to be what you're pursuing. In the title of credential, licensure, or certification, there's 1,600 credentials in there. A service member is going to be choosing their credential that they're pursuing. Part 2, go ahead and go to the next slide. So this is the admin information. You've got personal information, unit information. You also have vendor information, and then training start and end dates. So the training start and end dates, just to give everyone some information, Access from University requires 30 business days. So it's not going to be 30 days. It has to be 30 business days for them to be able to review and approve a credential. Currently, we are, I believe, at the end of July. So it is a little bit of a timeline. As far as service members pursuing this, it's not like tuition assistance where either it's immediate or within a couple of days. This one is going to be 30 business days. We also require at JBLM 5 business days for us to review and escalate. Go ahead and go to the next slide. Okay, so the last part is going to be where a service member either shows preparation or obtaining. Once they put the X at the top, they're going to have a bunch of options underneath. So they can do credential, application fee, membership fee, training. Ultimately, it's going to depend on whether or not they're obtaining or preparation with the things that are going to be listed. But this is where they're going to be putting their vendor information, their price point, and then what they're requesting. Go ahead and go to the next step, or the next slide. All right, so a couple things. We always want to make sure that service members are reading the SOU. There's a lot of really good information in there, including the ADSO information for officers. So officers incur an ADSO, a 2-year ADSO for anything outside of an exam or re-examination. So if it's training, they want to include books, tools, any type of fees, they're going to have a 2-year ADSO. All of that information is outlined in the Statement of Understanding, which is that first document that I talked about. And then we just want to make sure that service members know that this is $4,000 per fiscal year for both tuition assistance and credentialing assistance. So it's going to be combined. It's not going to be separate. They don't have 8,000, they just have 4. And then again, the 30 business days that is required for Access from University to be able to review and approve. And then ultimately, this is supporting goals for service members, whether they are doing something in the military or they're transitioning out. We want to make sure that whatever they're choosing, they're thinking long-term and backwards planning. Any questions? Okay, so Kathy, do you mind stopping the recording, and then we'll go over a little bit of information for you both?